All right, so I have a call with Brett, the hiring manager, scheduled here, and I'm just going to click join call to jump into the conference bridge. I created an intake call guide for conversations with hiring managers. Let me just go hiring manager intake session. And this has the key questions to ask a hiring manager before you kick off a new search. We can learn about the role.
You are now being connected to your call. You may hear hold music while all parties are connecting. This call is being recorded.
Hey, Brett, it's Nick.
Hey, Nick, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good. Hey, excited to work with you on this search. Thanks for the time today.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Awesome. Well, tell me a little bit, Brett. I know you're the head of sales at PandaDoc. Can you talk to me a little bit more about your role in the company, what you're working on?
Yeah, so I'm tasked with driving mid-market enterprise business at PandaDoc and building out the function, operationalizing the business, trying to turn it repeatable and profitable.
Fantastic. For this new enterprise sales role on your team, I believe it's an SDR you mentioned. How does that impact the business? Can you talk to me about why this role's open, why it's important?
We're in a situation where we're blessed from the standpoint of receiving quite a bit of inbound traffic. And we obviously don't want to have our account executives focused on qualifying the accounts. We need to rely on the sales development representatives to actually do that. So we feed most of the traffic through to our sales development representatives. They basically have an initial conversation with the prospect to validate that we can meet their needs. Based on that conversation, if we can't meet their needs, then we understand what those needs are. We develop a plan, and then we schedule some time with the account executive to go through that plan. So their role is critical in making sure that we're keeping our AEs focused on execution and delivering solutions, and not focused on vetting opportunities to see if they're the right fit.
Fantastic. No, well, I mean, I appreciate the time, Brett. I know you're busy, but I feel like I understand the role now. We're excited to start working on this and get you some candidates, and we'll do the initial phone screen and share some of those highlights from our conversations with candidates. So,
great.
Thanks for the time, Brett.
Nick.
Okay, we'll be in touch.
Yeah, look forward to working with you guys.
Okay, take care. Thanks, Brett.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay, so we just had a great call with Brett, intake call. Brett's the director of enterprise sales at PandaDoc, and he told me about this new enterprise SDR job that's available on his team. We can say we had about a 7.5-minute call with Brett. We tagged some key skills or competencies that are going to be relevant to this new job on his team. You can see all those great questions we asked the hiring manager during that call. We've parsed the answers automatically from that call, and I can see that the call has automatically been transcribed and tagged with relevant keywords. Now, what can we do with this, right? Typically, intake calls are for that recruiter's ears only, or they're never captured to begin with, right? And then it's the challenge is the recruiter explaining an opportunity to someone. Well, what if the hiring manager could pitch the job? With Honeit, we can share a few highlights from our conversation with Brett. So right here, let's click the Share Highlights button, and let's create an audible job preview that we can use to share with our team and other interview panelists, as well as candidates to get them excited about a role. So here I can see these are the highlights that we created. I thought he provided great answers to most of the questions we asked. We can see his name and profile is here visible. I can easily include the job description here in the summary. And I can include even his LinkedIn profile and title. Now here we're going to want this link to live for, let's say, 1 year. We want it to live a little bit longer since it's a job preview. And the only difference between creating a candidate preview and a job preview is this toggle right here. I can even include a feedback button or a link to schedule a call with the recruiter. Or I can point this to an Apply Here button and link it to the job application on the ATS site. So I'm going to create a share link here, and we can see we've created an audible job preview in seconds. Now this link I could Slack to other recruiters or sourcers on my team so that everybody's understands this role directly from the source, and we can hear about why this particular role is important to the business.
We're in a situation where we're blessed from the standpoint of receiving quite a bit of inbound traffic. And we obviously don't want to have our account executive.
Right. So this is a great explanation of the role, what's exciting about the job, the key skills for this role. Again, we have some of that down here in a job description, but now candidates can quickly hear it for themselves directly from the source. So what we're seeing companies do is you can copy this link and paste this on LinkedIn. You can copy this link and paste it on Twitter. You can embed this job preview on your job descriptions, on your ATS, on your website. So we can use these links and we can use these sound bites to not only attract better candidates, but increase response rates. So candidates can quickly meet their future boss and hear about that motivation, enthusiasm from that person that they would want to work with. And if they like what they hear, they're one click away to schedule a call with the recruiter through Honeit.